Hi, I'm Steve Johnson, one of the directors of Porsche Club, and we're here today at Shelsley Walsh for the Speed Championship, the final round in this year's championship. This is just one of the things that the club does, one of the amazing community experiences that you get by joining the club. We have our magazine, we have events, national and regional, our race championship, track days, and of course the Speed Championship like we have here today. One of the great aspects of the Speed Championship is how accessible it is. You can turn up in a road-going vehicle and enter with a vehicle that all it needs is a strut brace and some stickers, your full race PPE, so a helmet, race suit, gloves, shoes, and you're ready to go. Turn up to one of the events. All the guys here are super friendly, and if you speak to Simon, our championship organiser, he can talk you through the various events, what you'll need, and help you get started. It's really easy. You don't have to attend every event. You can just pick and choose which one you like, come along and have fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Enjoying your vehicle, getting it out on the road, getting it on the track and enjoying it and driving your Porsche how it should be driven.
So here we are down at Shelsley Walsh for the Porsche Speed Championship Hill Climb event. My name's David Dyson. I've done motorsport for most of my life. Started off racing bikes, various cars, and now I've finished up, because I'm in the Porsche Club, I finished up racing this Porsche GT4 RS that's behind me.
And I'm David Hilton. I run in the Porsche Speed Series as well. We're both in P1, so we compete against each other quite a lot. I've been doing the Speed Series now for over 20 years.
My name is Ian Wadsworth. I'm a retired bank manager. I'm 67 years of age. I've been doing motorsport since I was 16 years of age. So my car is originally a 1974 911 Lux, which was narrow-bodied and with a 2.7 engine.
I'm Nigel Watkins. This is my first year in the Porsche Club Championship. I'm running in P2. It's a slightly modified 996.
Hi, my name's Ian Card. I race in the Porsche Speed Championship with Ninemeister in Class 3. I've got a 987 Cayman behind me.
So I'm Jon Baldock. I'm racing in the Porsche Club Speed Championship with Ninemeister in Class 3. I race a very heavily modified Boxster 986S.
So I'm Martin Leach. I've been doing the Porsche Club Speed Hill Climb Championship for 11 years now, and I'm in P4.
I'm Stephen Jory. I started competing in the Speed and Hill Climb Championship in 2014.
So we're both in P4 in the championship, and that's a power class of up to 220 horsepower. The cars are both very different though. So where I've got about 204 horsepower, Steve's got something along the lines of 212. I've got a rear-engined 911, and Steve's got a front-engined rear gearboxed car, so he's got 50-50 weight distribution. We're both a similar weight, but we're both very close as well. So we've been battling for a number of years now, on and off. I had a couple of good years. In the last year, Steve won the class very convincingly and won the championship. And this year, he's very much on course for potentially winning the championship again. But on an event-by-event basis, we can be trading tents. And actually, this year at Gerst, we drew to the 100th of a second, so we had a joint first place. So it's very, very close, isn't it? Between the two?
Very close.
Lots of battling.
Yes.
Friendly, obviously, though.
Oh yes, definitely. As the rules changed with the power classes, I had a 3-litre S2 engine installed into it to give me the brake horsepower that I wanted. But basically, it's a 2.5 old 944, still with a 944 2.5 brakes and gearbox. It's just got a 3-litre S2 engine planted in it, and I've fettled it suspension wise to suit the way I like it to handle.
The best thing about the Speed Championship, I think, is just how accessible and how cost effective it is. You don't have to have a huge budget to go racing. Entering the events is relatively cheap, and because it's a standard road car, you don't need to bring a trailer, you don't need to have all of these sort of support and equipment that you would running a full race team. Licensing is very simple because you're not racing other cars on track, and the costs, a set of tyres will last a season, a set of brake pads will last a season, whereas if you go circuit racing, you're changing them pretty much once a day, or maybe even several times a day on tyres. Also a really lovely bunch of drivers, I think, because we are all in the same boat. I've seen a couple of instances where people have had breakdowns, people have had problems with their car, and it's like you cannot get into the huddle of club members who are rallying around to help another driver out. So yes, we all want to beat each other, we're all competitive, we all want to win, but at the same time you want to win because you've driven faster. You don't want to win because someone's lost a wheel or has got an oil leak. So it's a really nice group, a friendly group. They welcomed me in. So yeah, it's all us against the hill, just as much as each other, and it's a very pleasant atmosphere. There's none of the sort of needle that I think you find in some racing series. It's just not like that.
I got into this really because I bought a Porsche probably about 13 years ago. I bought a Porsche 993, and after having that for a little while, I actually did some training with Cat Driver Training, who are now a sponsor of the championship as well, and really just got into learning more and more about how to drive the car quickly, how to understand the balance of the car. And then subsequently decided the 993 was a bit nice to be doing track days, so bought a Boxster. So it was this car about 8 years ago, completely standard when I bought it, and then started doing track days predominantly with the Porsche Club, and did that for quite a number of years. Subsequently then decided I wanted to do something a bit competitive, so I actually tried doing the Citroen C1 Endurance Racing Championship, did a few rounds in that, and then decided that I wanted to do something with my car specifically. So fully stripped it, put the roll cage in, and then started doing more and more modifications to it to the point that it's at now. So yeah, it's a kind of championship where you can literally drive pretty much any Porsche within it, whether it's a completely road legal, pretty standard car like Ian's, or something that's completely modified that you bring to the event on a trailer like mine. And there's something for everybody in the championship.
So quite unique thing about the championship is that we do have rounds of hill climbs and sprints across the country, currently with 7 of a hill and 7 sprints, but they are all over the country. We tend to run with events up in Yorkshire, up in Harewood. We go down as far as Brands Hatch, Castle Combe. We also, on occasions, and recently we have done we're going into Wales to do T Croix. And that is the thing, it's probably a unique mix where you've got 14 rounds of which 8 count, and that gives you a great opportunity to do your championship rounds without necessarily doing all of them, but giving you a good range of events across the country.
Being the Porsche Club, we get invited to some very scenic and historic circuits. We're here at Shelsley Walsh, which is a beautiful historic scenic circuit. We do Goodwood, Prescott, all very, very beautiful places, beautiful necks of the woods. So it is a very interesting championship from that point of view, because there are so many different aspects to it, not just circuits.
I think the other thing is that sprinting and hill climbing does give you an absolute buzz. I've known a lot of circuit racers who actually find that they get more of an adrenaline rush from going up a hill climb, which you have to be doing 10/10ths all the time, whereas with circuit racing you can sit back a little bit, you can get yourself into the racing, whereas this does, from the moment you see the green light until you get up to the top of the hill or the end of the sprint, you really have to be on it. So it's quite different, isn't it, to circuit racing?
Very much so, because there is no second chance with a corner, unlike a circuit where you'll go round and round. You only get one chance at a corner, and they all have to come together to give you a competitive time.
Because I'm in the Porsche Club, I finished up racing this Porsche GT4 RS that's behind me, which is essentially a road car. It's had a few little modifications and tweaks. They've been done by Ninemeister, and Ninemeister are one of the sponsors for the series. I was just talking to Dave here about it, that after I've been to an event like this, if the front end is washing out or something like that, I'll take the car back to Ninemeister. They might tweak it, and we might put a bit more camber on, or the next thing I want to do is put a bit more rake, get a bit more weight on the front to try and get the front to turn in better. So, but I do drive the car here, and touch wood, I drive the car home at the end of the day.
I choose to trailer mine. The whole idea of the Porsche Club Championship is it's great fun. I trailer it and take a camper van, bring the family with me. A lot of people bring the families along. We all have the evenings together and maybe barbecue together and whatever else. So it's a great social event in that way, which is why I do choose to trailer it along. But there's plenty of people here today that drive their cars to the event, just like you, and drive them back again. And it's a great family time.
Yeah.
Bring everybody along.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoys it.
And the full series is well organised, and all 4 classes get trophies, don't they? So there's plenty of trophies up for grabs, isn't there?
There's always a prize giving at the end of the day, which is...
And maybe even a box of Maltesers for a consolation prize. Sometimes people are happier to get the box of Maltesers than the trophy. But the trophies are very good, and supplied, I think, by Ninemeister, which you know, I think all the drivers appreciate the trophies.
Definitely, no, they work very well, and it's a great atmosphere at the end of the day when we all gather together for the trophies and the prize giving, and there's always a bit of banter and there's always a bit of discussion about why someone was slightly quicker than the other, and if only they'd done this or if only they'd done that.
If only.
It's full of a lot of if onlys. Yep. But at the end of the day, we all have a lot of fun doing it.
Very close. And winning the class with a great time, corrected time because of the PDK of 33.57 seconds, David Dyson.
Thank you.
Very, very well done. Thank you. So, yeah, well done everybody. It's been a great year. We've seen some brilliant driving, very, very close results. We've even had a draw this year, so, you know, well done again for that. Very well done this year, mate. Very well done.